Youthpreneur program para sa mga senior high school students. Ating pag-uusapan kasama si Joey Concepcion, Go Negosyo founder at private sector lead for jobs. Sir Joey, welcome back sa Bagong Pilipinas Ngayon. Good afternoon po.
Good afternoon, Nina.
Last year, inilunsad po ang Youthpreneur program sa mga senior high school students. Gaano po ba ka-regular isinasagawa itong programang ito, katuwang ang DepEd? At pang ilang eskwelahan na po ba itong naganap na Youthpreneur program nitong Lunes, diyan po sa Rizal High School sa Pasay?
Well, sinimulan namin ito just this Monday, no? Kasama dito si VP Sara, siyang DepEd Secretary. At matagal na namin plinano to. At we started to do some of this mentoring in some schools. No, started with one of the schools in Binondo. I just forgot the name. That was yung test namin. That was done, I would say, last year. From there, we were able to get enough mentors kasi itong program na to, importante dito ang mga mentors natin na tutulong dito sa pagturo at dito sa Youthpreneurship program, no. So last Monday, over 1,000 students were there and maganda ang nangyari at nakita ko mismo we had about, I'd say, close to 50 plus mentors, no. So after the preliminary events, yung may mga talks namin dito, karamihan dyan, we brought in a lot of social influencers, mga content creators, content creators and influencers, no. Kasi itong kabataan, this generation, they are really savvy when it comes to digital, and that is where we feel that this generation can really excel in. And nakikita natin by the first thing that they can develop is their skill level, no. Many of them magaling. I was talking to some of these young kids. They are quite creative, which is expected in our youth today. And they're not shy. No? Many of them will ask questions. So that shows that they're ready to start learning how to be an influencer or a content creator. No? And that's very important kasi yung negosyo na yan, walang kapital. No? Ang kapital din dyan ay mismong talent ng isang bata na how to develop content relevant to what they are going to promote. No? And so that's one area that we are going to focus on to help this generation, especially because that has the least barriers to entry, the less capital, and the less risk. No, but we will also teach them on how they can start to engage in small businesses. No, karamihan dyan, direct selling is one area, and we brought a number of entrepreneurs who are in the business of cosmetics, clothing, and their way of selling their products is basically through online, no? And that reduces also their capital and very cost-effective yung online selling ngayon.
Sa inyo pong paglilibot sa mga eskwelahan, Sir Joey, ano po sa tingin nyo yung pinaka-interesting sa ating mga kabataan ngayon? I'm guessing yung pagiging influencer, usong-uso yan, ano? Pero ano pa po yung mga iba nilang interest sa ngayon?
Well, I mentored a number of those talagang nasa negosyo na, no? They have their own mga different food items that they're trying to sell. May mga clothing that they are also getting into. And karamihan sa kanila, they are into direct selling, no? Whether it's cosmetics or these alternative medicines, lahat yan. Katulad ng Fern C, no? Is one of our entrepreneurs who has been into direct selling vitamins, things like that. And they've been supporting a lot of direct sellers with their products. So yun, si Tumanitan, yung mismong CEO ng iFern, is in a way helping this generation, no, to start a business with the capital in a sense coming from him, no. So may starter kit sila, no. Pero he's not the only one. Maraming ganyan, no. So we're trying to look at areas where, you know, itong mga estudyante are still studying, no. Like when I was studying in high school, I was already selling something on my own, no. Whether it's encyclopedia, but today there's more things that people can sell, no. And with less risk, yung capital mismo, yung mismong entrepreneur who formulated, let's say, a drink, no. Then they can approach these people who are interested in direct selling and give the unang capital niya would be the product, no. So that's one area that we are looking at in trying to teach the students, because the risk is very, very small, no? And we don't want them to put out, in a sense, their own money and biglang maubos, no? So here is teaching them how to sell and how to market. Yung social media is actually teaching them marketing already, no? Which is very important, no? So selling and marketing, I mean, how to sell and how to market is what we are focusing on. And eventually, financial, how do you manage your cash flow, no? That's another area that many of the mentors are teaching them. But we're at the first basics lang, kasi mga senior high lang to, no? 11 and 12. They're quite young, and we want to make sure that, number one, they're not fooled by anybody out there who just wants them to sell a product, no, that has no either accreditation, no. So we guide them through, no, and we screen all of these direct sellers who are joining us, no.
All right, so you're encouraging them right now, imbes na mag-imbento ng sarili nilang produkto na hindi natin sure kung ito ba ay mabebenta, no? Mas mabuti pa muna in the meantime, since para wala masyadong kapital na ilalabas, yung mga tried and tested products already existing that they can resell. Ganun po ba?
That's correct. And there are quite a number of them, no? Isang produkto namin, my own personal product, which I started when I was in college, no, is a popcorn product called Kettle Corn, no? And we have a lot of resellers. So what we do, we just gave out the packages and not to everyone, because you know, but just to a number of those who really wanted to become direct sellers and see how it does. And in fact, may isang mentor namin na nilagay dyan para they can really ensure that whoever joins this program that we are doing, selling kettle corn, is doing it properly, no? And we want to be sure that whatever he sells, he's able to collect, no? So yung cash flow management, importante dyan. So we're giving them the experience, what I call basic, no? It's really selling somebody's product first, because as an entrepreneur, that is where I started, no, selling first and then marketing. So sales and marketing are very important. Whether you're a micro entrepreneur all the way to a small, medium, and eventually a large, that has to be a skill that is developed if you want to succeed as an entrepreneur.
That's right. Even if you have a very good product, kung hindi naman ninyo maganda yung marketing nila, ay hindi rin naman po mabebenta. So, sir, paano naman po natin mababago itong kaugalian daw ng mga Pilipino minsan na matapos silang mag-aaral ay maging isang empleyado? How do we encourage them to consider entrepreneurship as well as their future career?
Actually, sa paglunsad namin ng itong Youthpreneur kasama ni si VP Sara, in my talk, I said, there is nothing wrong in becoming an employee first. You have two choices, no? An employee and eventually an employer. Now, the safest ground, as you are going to graduate either from senior high, and if you decide to stop there and continue and just move into the negosyo environment, then you have to be careful, no? So I always tell these students, seek employment first, at least for 1 or 2 years. Make all your mistakes where you are employed, no? And learn from them, no? And once you are ready, then you can become an entrepreneur. But there are exceptional cases. There are people out there already who are very entrepreneurial. So, and somehow we guide them. And if we see that they have a good idea, a good idea in either in a service that is unique that they can sell, or a product that is unique that they can sell, that they are, very good already at social media, which is very important in marketing, then we say, okay, you can take a risk. But if you don't know what you want to do as a negosyo, you should not start. Or else, ang mangyayari dyan, baka lukuhin ka lang in terms of, not everybody out there is going to play a fair game. So you have to be very sharp that you don't fall into the prey of itong mga direct selling na wala naman produkto, no? So what we really advise them is there's nothing wrong in seeking employment, no? And that's the safest. From there, you can start your own business as you build your confidence. So confidence building is very important because as you graduate from school, entering the world of employment or as an employer, you have to be prepared. You have to have foresight as to determining what is your skill. Kasi if you enter into something, let's say a bake shop, pero you don't know how to bake, how is that going to happen? No? So the skill must complement your negosyo. No?
Yes, maybe yung iba kasi po yung nakikiuso lang kasi 'di ba kung ano yung trending, pero wala naman yung purpose nila doon. Wala naman yung puso nila doon sa bagay na 'yon. So parang malaking bagay rin dapat siguro kung bakit ito ang produkto na gusto nilang ibenta, hindi lang basta magbenta.
Tama. And it's very important that they attend events. Katulad this coming week, I think it's the Philippine Franchising Association. So dito I think it's going to be held in the SMX, and that's going to be hundreds of different restaurants, things that are being franchised out, no? And that's another way, no, to approach. No? Kung wala kang idea, pag-aralan mo, just attend this event, the Philippine Franchise Association, which holds it annually, and makikita mo yan, all from food to clothing to whatever. These are entrepreneurs who franchised out, no, their brands, and of course you will have to pay a fee every time you sell, no, and that's part of what katulad ng mga Jollibee, McDonald's, mga Inasal, and so many of these restaurants, Potato Corner, they're all franchised out, and in the process they're helping entrepreneurs, no? Kasi ibang entrepreneurs wala silang idea. So how do you do that? You want to start a business, then work with a franchisor. They will teach you. Kasama na dyan kasi yung mentorship when you are applied, let's say for a Potato Corner, they already teach you the basics of entrepreneurship, how to manage your Potato Corner store, etc., etc. No? So all of them do the same thing. They act as a mentor, and they act as providing market kasi sikat na mga brands nila. And the third thing is that if you have that in place, kung kailangan mo to borrow money, all these banks or even the microfinance institutions will lend you because they can see that you're being supported by a big brother. We call them big brothers who actually guide you to basically mentorship, money, and market, no, and using their brands.
Pero syempre dapat po may kapital dyan, ano? You have to be able to borrow money, you have to have good standing, and or you have to have the money.
Yes, importante. And many of these franchisors will assess you whether you can do it or not. They will not allow you to, be part of the franchising unless they see you have the capability, not only in terms of funding, but in terms of skill, no? Kasi kung they give you and tell you, okay, sige, pwede ka magtayo ng Potato Corner, and what you run is, nalugi ka kaagad, masisira rin yung brand nila. And of course, they don't want their franchisees to lose money, no? So, and that's the nice thing with franchising, no? They provide mentorship. Of course, it comes with a fee, but that assures you that you will have guidance all the way through, no? So that's one area. If you don't have a business idea, you can approach Philippine Franchise Association. Their event is, I think, coming up, and there's also many other groups, the Philippine Retailers Association, PRA, and you have also AFI, no, which is a smaller group. They franchise carts naman, no. So and attend our events. No, Negosyo is going to another school in Bataan High School, and then on Saturday we will be in SM Bataan. No, and here we have about 60 mentors already listed. Our 3M on Wheels is almost every week in different parts of the country. We're also joining the Love for All, the First Lady's Medical Caravan. And kasama dyan ang mentorship program ng Negosyo at PTI. No? So we are now accelerating the programs to help not only the youth, we're helping the MSMEs. No? And that has been around, we've been pushing this for the last 18 years. So malaking bagay to sa atin kasi if we're able to help our MSME scale up, gaganda yung economy ng Pilipinas.
May tanong po dito, sir, mula kay EJ Gomez ng GMA Integrated News. Nagsulputan daw ang samut-saring micro and small businesses or what we call businesses in the backyard industry ngayong summer. Mga negosyo tulad ng mga halo-halo stalls, milk tea, ice cream and the like. Ngayong tag-init na minsan ay mismong mga bata lang ang nagmamanage habang nasa bahay. Para po sa inyo, gaano ka-importante ang mga ganitong negosyo at ano ang epektong idudulot nito sa local or informal economy? And sa tingin niyo po ba, how can the government boost these businesses and the backyard industry as a whole?
Well, marami ngayon kasi summer, may mga ice cream. Katulad namin, ice cream, we sell that to the sari-sari stores kasi maraming, at this point, many people consume. So marami tayong sari-sari stores dito na benefit from selling ice cream, mga soft drinks. Pag tag-init, halos ice cream, soft drinks ang lumalakas sa benta, no? And of course, mga ice candies, yan, marami rin. At simple lang gumawa ng ice candy naman, eh. So, yan, nabibenta. So, there are many, in this season, of course, there are certain products that do well because it's very hot. And I think it's going to get hotter as we get towards May, no? So, and yung mas dante ngayon, many of them are on vacation because they have the summer break. And it's a good time, no? And that's why we're launching Youthpreneur at this point. And hindi lang pang summer itong programa ng Youthpreneur. It's going to happen annually, no? And we are going to reach as many schools as possible. Kaya yung DepEd dito, ang malaking bagay sa pag really putting us, we're bringing the private sector that ngayon, on top of private sector helping micro, small, and medium enterprises, now the private sector is going to help yung mga high school students, no, yung mga senior high, to start already thinking on how to have an entrepreneurial mindset, no. So that is our vision, and we will accelerate at very cooperative yung DepEd. Si VP Sara is very passionate. Alam naman niya that everybody may not be able to be employed, no? So if he's not employed, he has an alternative sa pagiging isang maliit na negosyante, no?
Okay, maraming salamat po sa inyong oras, Sir Joey Concepcion, Negosyo founder at private sector lead for jobs.
Salamat rin.